Hello. Today we're going to have a quick run through of what is new in Planning Analytics Workspace 2.0.54. Now this is a relatively modest update from IBM with only 3 real changes in here, so we'll go through each of those in order. The first one we're going to look at is suppressing zeros for an entire view. Now previously, when we went to our suppress zeros option, we just had rows or columns that we could tick, so if we wanted to suppress both at the same time, we needed to tick both. Simple, easy enough. But IBM have now introduced a third tick box of all that we can turn on or off to do both at the same time. Now this is something that's probably not going to excite anyone, but it shows a commitment to the product from IBM that's quite nice, because it's something that no one was screaming at them about. But someone at IBM has looked at this and said, here's something that currently takes 2 clicks, but we can make it take 1 click. So it shows that they are interested in improving the general user experience, and that can only be a good thing. Now the next change we're going to have a look at is formatting numbers for an entire view. And again, this is something we didn't have available before at all. In Architect and Perspectives it had previously been there, but not in Workspace. So now, after you do your upgrade, you will have a new option in your ribbon of Cube View Format. And this will take precedence over any member format attributes you have in place and apply to your entire view. So you can do this with all the usual options available in there, including custom formats. So you can do whatever you want. So again, that's a nice improvement. The final one we're going to look at though is the most important one, and I think some people might actually even be excited about this one. Who knows? So previously, when we wanted to go to the save icon on our views, we just had save view as, or maybe save view if it was one we'd already been working on, and that would save to the content store. So when we do that, the view would be available in Planning Analytics Workspace and Planning Analytics for Excel if you have the View Exchange option turned on within your Workspace configuration. If you don't know what that's all about, please have a look through our other YouTube videos, as it was explained a few weeks ago, so it might be interesting for some of you. But what it meant was these views were not available in TM1 Web, Architect or Perspectives, and that could get a little bit annoying for people. So now IBM have introduced another option here of Save to Server. So this one, we have the option of saving a private view or a public view if we're an administrator, and it will put it in the application tree over here. And because it's in the application tree, that means it's available in all of our interfaces. So it really syncs everything up, so that is a great improvement. Now, the more astute among you may have noticed that I said there are only 3 real changes here, but there are 4 things listed within the documentation. Now the 4th one is just for users of IBM's cloud offering, and if you are in the EU. So now when you go to Workspace, you will get a prompt that asks you about your cookie preferences. It's the sort of thing that we've probably been seeing in other websites over the last couple of years regarding GDPR. So it's just IBM asking what information they are allowed to store about us. Now, if you clear out your cache, you will be asked this question again. So it's just something to be aware of. If you see this prompt pop up, don't be worried. It is just the basic information that they are requiring. Now, of course, a Workspace update does not just mean changes and new things, it also includes some fixes. So I'm not going to go through the entire fix list, but I am going to look at this one. The rotation on shapes are not taken into account when exporting to PDF. And the reason I'm going to look at this one is that it's my favourite of the fixes they have applied. So when you work with a page and you put shapes on it, by default your shapes will always be facing a certain direction. Now what I would often do in applications is set up links to my tabs, and then I would have arrows between them that I would move around to say this is how the data flows, or this is how you should work as a user moving from one tab to another. Now when you would go to the export to PDF option, what you used to find is that all of those shapes would be facing their original orientation again. So particularly for things like flowcharts, that would create some rather entertaining and completely wrong information for your users. So this one being fixed by IBM is a big win for me personally. So thank you on that one. Now, thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.